10 months in the making, we are back with the Slingshot Racing League Apex Energy Summer Series, presented by Boone, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram. Before we get the season started, we'll be duking it out for 40 laps at the Daytona International Speedway for the Clash. Let's hop straight into the qualifying run. Cold tires are king on superspeedways, so I would recommend exiting the pits in 4th gear and slowly getting up to speed as you make your way around turns 1 and 2 on the apron. Once you pass the blue cone on the backstretch, move to the top of the track and run a car width away from the outside wall, but be careful. If you get too close to the wall, you will slow yourself down by dumping air on the spoiler and causing unwanted turbulence. Keep this in mind during the race. Stay on the outside as you take the green flag and use that lane to build as much momentum as possible. As usual, your white flag lap will be your money lap, so you'll want to keep as steady of a wheel as you can as you make your way back around. I would recommend a higher steering ratio to lighten the wheel and limit unnecessary inputs. As you make your way to turn 4, drop down the track to make use of the banking and give yourself a straight shot at the line to start your hot lap. Allow yourself to track out of the dark patch, exiting the tri-oval, and turn into the corner as smoothly as possible. Run as close to the yellow line as you can through turns 1 and 2 as you make your way onto the backstretch. Once again, you'll want to arc out as you exit the corner and run your right side tires in the dark patch. By the time you reach the Sunoco sign heading into turn 3, you should be in the process of moving back down to the yellow line, where you should stay until you reach the exit of turn 4. Arc out to the seam one more time as you make your run toward the finish line. Hit the apron at the restart zone and hug the grass as closely as you can as you finish your hot lap. If you can nail your run from start to finish, you could find yourself with a magnificent view for the start of the race. Once the race begins, I would recommend finding friends and sticking with them. Unless there's a massive checkup, you won't be able to make moves by yourself, so don't be the guy who jumps out of line and side drafted somebody for 29th. On the topic of side draft, the right rear is especially vulnerable. If somebody gets to your right rear, you could find yourself losing upwards of 15 miles per hour, and if you have a car directly behind you, it could lead to a wreck. To avoid this, I would recommend avoiding the bottom line once the race begins to pick up, as it becomes absolutely miserable if you don't have the right cars with you. This effect is intensified if the pack becomes 3 or even 4 wide. Once you find a line, your best course of action is to maintain half a car length to the car ahead of you. The only cars in the line who have any business pushing each other are the first and second cars. From then on back, it's up to the rest of the line to maintain a steady gap and keep the momentum going. While I would advise against it, you can push in the corners, but this should only be done if you're absolutely confident in your ability to give a push and the leading car's ability to hold it straight. If you can find the right people and make the right moves when it counts, you could find yourself on the top of the charts heading into Charlotte. Good luck.